there's a franchise that I will never stop playing, it's this one. Resident Evil has been one of my favorite franchises and is always going to be. Even if the following games are trash, these games will always be part of my childhood.
Recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten.
So there's two questions that keeps coming back to me. So if these families were eaten, weren't the zombies discovered in the same area? It's not like they're able to walk in, eat people, and walk out. Also, did it ever come to Umbrella's attention that these pictures were shown in the media? Umbrella is like the government in the Illuminati. They'll kill anyone who knows their secret. Yes, Joe, just stand there watching your chewed up comrade and wait for your turn to be dog food. Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche. Apparently, Chris was teleported to another location. He was literally right by his team, and once everybody got inside, he was nowhere to be seen. I swear, I probably spent over 100 hours watching these doors open.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
I think you should take a look at this cliche.
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
How can it be Chris's blood when you guys were just together? One of the most iconic moments in Resident Evil history.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it!
Alright, for one, I have to send the acting in this game. It's horrible and it's cringy. 2. Explain to me how that zombie took 3 magnum shots to take it down. It is a magnum. The first time I used it, I instantly blew that zombie's head off. If you look at the zombie, he still has its head. Hold up, you clearly heard the zombie grunt. You're telling me that zombie is smart enough to get up and go to the next room? And the fact that Jill nor Barry saw this happen was perplexing enough. It's even more confusing when Jill returns to the same location and the zombie will not be there.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Jill, the master lockpicker herself, didn't bring a lock with her in case she'll need it.
Is everyone alright?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
Hold up, does it make any sense that on Jill's playthrough, Chris is absent once they get to the mansion, but on Chris's playthrough, everyone but Barry is out? It's even more sinful when you'll see Rebecca later on, but we obviously don't see her here.
Where did they go?
Better question is, who left that pistol on the floor and why didn't you have one? Last time I checked, you saved Jill from those dogs.
You.
Chris Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue you. Richard, what the hell happened to you? Chris, this place. Get your team out of here. Demons everywhere.
Don't talk. He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake.
Hey devs, I don't know if you know this, but that giant snake is a venomous snake. Poison is a toxin that is inhaled, swallowed, or absorbed into the body. Venom is something that is injected into the body. That is exactly what that snake did. But my question is, how did Richard get bit by that snake? Look at the size of that thing. One bite from that is the same thing as being swallowed by it. Also, how did Richard and Rebecca get into this room? They couldn't have gotten the mansion key because it was placed on this platform, and in order to get it, you need to place a fake look-alike to get it without being turned into human scrambled eggs by that moving statue. Also, it was clearly locked when Chris opened it. This game, along with its doors, keys, puzzles, and random characters, have created so many plot holes that a sloth can read a Bible before I expose every plot hole this game has.
Jill, don't scare me.
So you're going to tell me you didn't notice Jill when you were literally facing her? I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a slow snake. Jill is fast enough to run laps around this one. So for getting all 4 masks, I'm quite certain the players was expecting a crazy giant boss. Hell, I definitely was during my first playthrough. But in reality, it was a giant crimson head. It's not like I had 20 of them running around smacking me. So how did Jill end up on the floor near the fire? I assume Lisa put her there, but my question is why? She continuously tries to kill Jill and kills Barry later in the game if you choose a certain path. Damn. Capcom decided to remaster the game, but the cutscenes? Nah, waste of time.
No, that wasn't part of our deal. But it's not necessary to destroy stars.
Don't be a hard dog to keep under the porch, Barry.
What about my family?
I will guarantee their safety.
If I play my cards right. Jill.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, you heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's gotten into you?
I'm getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change. Don't worry, I'm just going to get some fresh air. If I'm lucky, I'll get to waste some monsters along the way.
Okay, there's just one thing that constantly bugs me. How did Wesker manage to get out of this room before Jill got in? Jill just opened the door and he all of a sudden was gone? He had to get out through this hatch and that's behind these bookshelves. But there's no way to do it without making noise and Jill didn't hear anything like that. That shot clearly missed, but as sinful as that is, the fact that Jill not only remained with her leg attached, she is still able to walk.
Wesker.
Jill, so you're safe.
Hold up, man. What were you shooting at? There was clearly nothing there and Jill isn't going to say anything?
Against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, he sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
And how you planning on doing that if you're always separating from your team, Jill?
Separation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms.
What the hell is the point of you turning back? You just saw that hunter jumping through elevators and opening every door in its way. But now that the cutscene is over, it won't open any of these doors now. I can only speak for myself, but these hunters eat more cheeks than John and Alex combined.
If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me?
The inconsistency of these radios surpasses Ubisoft games by miles.
Is that you, Jill?
Enrico must have mastered the art of listening to everyone's footsteps because there is no way he noticed it was Jill when there were others nearby. Also, how did Enrico get here? If I was to make a list of what had to be done in order to come here, the list would be longer than a simp reading his vows in his wedding.
Stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Character dies right before he is going to spew important information cliche. Also, why didn't Joe go around the corner to see who shot? This is Resident Evil, a game that throws all common sense out of the franchise. Somehow these platforms are being powered when they're just made out of stones. I would like to know what's actually powering them. So why did Barry take so long to ditch Jill? It took about 5 minutes to do what needed to be done to come back.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
If Lisa has this kind of strength, how didn't she knock Joe's head off when she was first introduced in the game? Joe's plot armor is truly impenetrable and has no competition.
Barry!
Damn, you ever seen someone get their family photo smacked out of them? No? Well, look no further.
Jill,
Barry,
you could have at least waited up for me, you know?
Man, you pulled a magnum gun to her face. You're lucky she still slightly trusts you.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
I know, right? Who would have guessed Wesker, the one character who wears sunglasses at night, is the actual villain in this game?
Bruce will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
Damn it! Why do these villains have to bring this super common cliche? As if we don't already have enough. Not that the main character has found who the villain is. The villain will reveal his evil plans.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Wesker survives the magnum shot. Also, saving the hero at the nick of time cliche.
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
Game breaks the rule of 3 cliche.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker.
He's gone.
How is that even possible? He was completely knocked unconscious and we saw no sudden moves from him when Joe was fighting the tyrant. I love how you see Barry in the cutscene, but when it ends, Jill is back to being by herself, flying into the sunset cliche. You know, I have to give Capcom credit for this grand diamond worthy of a game. The remake of Resident Evil 2 is literally a glorious modern remake. It kept all the features from the classics, added some new things, probably changed some things for the better or worse, but the beauty of the game along with the smooth gameplay is enough to stand on its own. This burger is always gross to even look at. For some odd reason, it always reminds me of the Emily burger from Emily's Burger. Look it up, it's really a restaurant.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you gotta stay strong, okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you.
It's a little confusing. That guy's describing a walking zombie. By the way he sounds, he survived the authentication. But that's a little perplexing given the fact that he's aware of how dangerous these zombies are. It doesn't even sound like people know anything about them yet.
I need some sleep.
First of all, what is a zombie doing here in the middle of nowhere? Second, it's pouring hard outside. A truck driving at that speed, braking that hard, it's outstanding the truck didn't flip sideways 20 times. Third, how is it that this zombie got back up after being hit by a truck at full speed? What's even more sinful is that it doesn't even look like it was hit at all.
Hey, what are you doing?
Why did this douchebag lock the door?
Stop moving.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
How long were you trying to detain that zombie? If that's not bad enough, I'm wondering how you were able to pull a zombie on the wall, avoiding his bite.
Don't shoot!
Get down!
Only in the cutscene will zombies actually go down for one headshot.
Yeah, good call.
Leon, you gotta back up. What the?
Holy shit. There, get out. Get out now! Hold on!
Look at the force of the truck hitting the vehicle, causing Leon to hit his head on the wheel. Somehow Leon will eat that like I eat my cheesecakes. Not even the slightest dizziness. Not just Leon, but Claire as well came out of this unscathed.
Send reinforcements. East hallway.
You know what's funny about this? This man will be stuck with the zombie until Leon gets to the east hallway. That means nothing will happen to that couple until the plot demands it. Leon will crawl his way on the bloody floor, but when you see him standing, he will not have that stain of blood on his coat. It does not matter how many bullets I insert into his head. He will still get up after the upcoming cutscene.
I'll get you out!
Please!
Give me your hand.
Help me!
I got you. Give me your other hand.
Now, why would you even waste time with his other hand? Just pull the man out entirely. You saw that zombie trying to eat him, didn't you? First of all, we saw one zombie in that footage. Zombies aren't piranhas. They will eat, but they will eat slowly. There is no way that a zombie ate half his body that quickly. Ah, good old Marvin, saving the earth in the nick of time cliche. So out of all places, the helicopter crashed there. The real sin is the fact that it has no meaning. It was just plot to keep Leon and Claire separated, which still makes no sense.
Hey! Leon?
Claire! Hold on! I'll be right there!
Okay!
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How are you doing? That helicopter just came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I'm in one piece.
I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope.
I'm sure we're gonna find him. Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay. Let's get through this. Both of us.
Notice how Claire just disappeared and the zombies are still here. This game is amazing with all its features, but because of these two scenarios, there are very questionable plot holes.
I'm surrounded by zombies. Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
Marvin seems to be unresponsive, but in a bit when you speak to him, he's still with the living. So in scenario A, the cutting tool will be next to the door in order to cut the chains. In scenario B, the cutting tool will be on the other side of the gate. Does that make sense? This is a massive time skip if I ever seen one. You're telling me that during the time Leon took to get to this point, like finding the police station, getting inside the police station, sabotaging the safety of a police officer, getting saved by Marvin, finding the spade key, seeing a helicopter crash, and finally getting to the courtyard, Claire is just now getting there. What was Claire doing that entire time?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him. Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
I understand there's no common sense in this game, but these are supposed to be very smart and tough characters. With that said, why didn't Claire just climb this gate? So is someone going to tell me how Leon survived that? I'm more confused as to why Umbrella keeps experimenting with these doomsday viruses when Leon has the durability that easily surpasses the level of a god. They can easily extract his DNA for some major experiments.
Hello?
How is Sherry here? I mean, she couldn't have gone through the 3 cliche puzzles since she wasn't present in scenario A, and she spawned out of nowhere when Claire walked on the platform in scenario B. The other doors were locked from the outside, so Sherry definitely didn't go through those doors. So I ask again, how did Sherry get here?
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
Birkin was nowhere to be seen or heard until Sherry mentioned him. How does it make sense for Claire to go against Birkin in scenario B? Leon already dealt with him in scenario A. It would make complete sense if scenario A and B had completely different bosses, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I get this as hardcore, but if the damn thing withstood 2 rockets shot at him, then Birkin should have been the main tyrant in Resident Evil 3, given the fact that Nemesis goes down after a number of pistol shots to the face. Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche.
Hello? Hey. I don't believe it. A real human. Hello, human.
You been here long?
Long enough. Are we the last ones alive?
No, there's a few of us.
Huh. That's good news, I guess.
Yeah.
That's of course Irons sent you.
Irons? You mean Chief Irons? Is he still around?
Who cares? Hopefully he's somebody's dinner by now.
What do you mean by that?
He's the bastard that locked me in here.
I'm sure he had a good reason.
He did. I was about to blow the whistle on his dirty ass.
You know what I don't get? If Irons locked him up to prevent this guy from talking and exposing him, why didn't he just shoot and kill this guy? Later we'll see that Irons will try to kill a little girl. What makes people think Irons won't kill the squealer? Also, pause on that. You have to watch what you say, my friend.
Hey, I'll make you a deal. Unlock this cell and I'll give you this. There's no other way out of that parking garage. Believe me.
Sorry, I can't do that. I have to talk to the chief first.
Look, we're both prisoners in this station. So either we play nice and help each other out. Shit. It's coming.
What? What's coming?
Come on. Come on, don't be an asshole. Hey, you need this.
No, just keep backing up to the wall. It's not like nothing can happen. This death was incredibly obvious.
It's just me. So you can put that thing away.
I don't even know what happened. It just happened so quick.
I told you to get out of here.
And how is he supposed to do that when the only way out is by getting that key card?
I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie your hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now.
Player is capable of going against someone like G, but isn't capable of disarming irons when he looks away. I'm sorry, were you just waiting there until Leon needed help? If not, where on earth did you come from? So Irons was pretty much spying on Claire because he knows she has Sherry's pendant. But my question is, where is that camera that's recording Claire? If you look at Claire's perspective, you can't see it. So unless I'm going crazy and it's right in my face, this is definitely sinful.
Stupid kid. If you just hadn't dropped that fucking thing, I could let you go.
If that's so, why didn't you just take the pendant from Sherry and leave her in the garage with Claire? Why would you even do with the pendant? You literally have no use for it.
Road's out.
Oh damn, you serious? I wouldn't have been able to see that if it wasn't for you.
I think your daughter needs help, sir.
Tell me how to deal with my daughter.
Drop it.
No! Wait!
Step aside. We need to terminate her before she turns.
Terminate. It's my fucking daughter.
Ada. Just let them be.
Emma? Sweetheart, I told you to stay put.
Daddy?
It's funny that throughout all of Resident Evil games, we don't see someone infected turning into a zombie half conscious. They get bitten, they're in massive pain, then they'll get a fever, then they fall asleep and turn. Devs tried to make the player feel sad because it's a little girl. Imagine all the kids that got eaten alive by their loved ones. Now that's pretty sad. Leon was able to pretty much outrun a giant mutated alligator on the dirty, disgusting, thick water.
Identify yourself.
Annette Birkin.
She's who we're looking for?
Not much time. Need to dispose of it. We're here for the G virus. That's not gonna happen. I'm warning you, Doctor. Oh, yeah?
Hey!
Stop!
Gotta love Annette missing all those bullets only to hit Leon on that last shot. Again, not a shoot, but even for a rookie, that's a sin.
Didn't expect that from a scientist. Leon.
Forget about me. Just go. Stop her before she gets away.
Leon, you got shot in the shoulder. Stop being so dramatic.
I'm right outside the facility, in pursuit of Annette.
All I hear is wah 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 wah. We all know who it is. Might as well just reveal him. Isn't this supposed to be 1998? This kind of tech is a little too advanced for this time. Okay, so I'm just trying to make some sense out of this. Sherry has to solve this puzzle only to get a pair of scissors, which I don't see why she can't just open the damn thing. Then she'll use the scissors to cut through the cardboard where she can just push it open. I'm just trying to make sense of this little puzzle. Resident Evil always had some weird puzzle system, but this is just a league on its own. Villains always play classical music while doing some evil activity cliche. You just came out of a kid's room. Where did you get that axe from?
Get over here, you little bitch.
You're talking to a little girl like that, man, I could tell you had an interesting childhood.
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time! Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant? What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage? Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Irons, I think you're a little bit confused about how this works. If she's asking you where the orphanage is, your best move is to tell her where it's located so you can get what you want.
Your fault.
What?
It took too long.
What happened? Oh god. Get off me!
Game rips off of Alien.
Sherry, come on!
Okay, can someone explain this to me? If G completely clawed Mr. X in half like that, why is it that in scenario A, which happens before this, Mr. X is killed by Leon? I spent over 100 hours playing this game and all I can put together is that scenario A and B are two different completely stories combining some elements such as different keys or different doors and meeting different people. So how did Claire and Sherry survive the impact? What's worse, Sherry doesn't even look hurt when Claire, a full-grown adult, is unconscious.
Are you alright? Can you hear me? Claire?
Also, where did G go? The game just decided to dismiss him out of nowhere? By the looks of this, G ransacked the entire place and just left.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected.
Sherry? Where's Sherry?
Sherry's fine.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
Who are you? I'm Claire.
Didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't have time to play 20 questions. Everything's under control.
Yes, that's why your daughter's locked in a garbage disposal room and someone who cut Mr. X in half with ease is running around. I'd say you're handling this swell. The fact that chess pieces are the key to open this door is just hilarious if I'm being honest.
Come on. Ada! Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada! I was getting worried there for a sec.
I'm over here wondering how that injury didn't get infected. She'll be walking just fine in a bit.
Hey, Leon. Trust me?
Trust me?
Honestly, if I didn't, you'd probably be dead.
Right.
I thought I might need your help, and I was right. If you can secure the G-Virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never happens again.
Ada, you said it yourself. It's a federal case. I don't
Leon,
have the authority.
Look at me. I'm a liability now. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
Ah, a woman's most powerful tool. Manipulation from a kiss.
Sherry?
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
Hey, Sherry!
I was scared. Those things were everywhere, and...
You should have called the police.
Your daughter's infected in a garbage disposal room and you're scolding her about calling the police? Have you looked outside? The police themselves are zombies. Right, Marvin?
Her jacket's so warm.
How? It's wet from all the crap it's been through.
My brother gave it to me. You know it's supposed to be lucky?
do without you.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble. I have something of yours.
I don't want it.
Really? Why not? It's so pretty.
It's from my mom. For my birthday last year. All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
I know it seems like your mom doesn't care, but...
Nah, stop. You were going to tell some excuse which will be debunked immediately from Annette's very own actions. Do we need to go back to when Annette was going to let her daughter pretty much die in a garbage disposal? That alone will annihilate your poor excuse.
He's mine. This has to end.
What the hell's going on?
Sorry, William. Left me no choice.
You called this thing William. Why?
It shouldn't have been like this. It's Umbrella's fault, this whole mess.
You're Umbrella too. You're telling me you weren't involved in this?
Yes. But we never meant for this to happen.
It's funny that you say that. You guys created a mutating virus that turns people into zombies. The entire Raccoon City was destroyed in a matter of a day or two. Whether you intended this to happen or not, you're still responsible.
So you made this monster.
We made the G-Virus, but we never intended
You can
this
spin it any way you want. You're still responsible.
Not only that she will survive this, but she will be able to get back on her feet. Yes, I'm aware she's insanely hurt, but it's still a sin.
Jesus. That looks bad.
feels worse. Believe me.
Look about what you said. I don't know how much I believe.
Just tell me you'll destroy that G sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
What's that supposed to mean?
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary. She's gonna sell it. G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
That's bullshit.
Leon, open your eyes. Where have you seen one FBI agent working alone? Wait, if Ada was able to unlock this system with her own equipment, why did she carry that wristband in the first place?
Let me verify the G sample and we get the hell out of here.
Before we do that, I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
As I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
I really hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you?
Look, I'm just doing my job.
And I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to hurt you.
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
Well, technically, if she shot you, Leon, the impact will push you back. You will fall along with the sample, and that is something she cannot afford. Now, how did that happen when Leon was standing right in front of Ada? Hey, Capcom. It's been a while since Resident Evil 4 came out. It's time to make something new. These copy versions of regenerators have been in every game since Resident Evil 4. It's time.
I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
What about Sherry?
How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with the G-Virus in it.
If I'm not mistaken, you worked with your husband to create the G-Virus. So my question is, why was the virus made if that's the case? Claire just ate a whole bottle tank and got back up. That should have killed me. Let me remind you, this was hardcore. From the size of this thing, how did it catch up to the train when the train already took off when Claire already beat G? I see, so when Claire was ripping the eye with this minigun, it wasn't doing a damn thing, but a stab to the eye does the trick. Funny thing is, he's flipping them off when he's going to a town that's infested with these zombies. But the thing is, does anyone not know about Raccoon City and the infestation? You'd think people would know when a city randomly dies.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not, we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you're damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine.
Claire and Leon will not stick together. It would be nice to see them in the game again.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you?
We can get a puppy.
Puppy?
Hey Sherry, I love the positive attitude and all, but you sound incredibly happy after what you just been through.
Puppy.
And a parrot.
Parrot.
Walking off during the sunset cliche.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
It's funny that you say that when this live footage doesn't match the energy of what the reporter just said. For example, we're seeing extreme anarchy. Why are people fighting amongst each other? Why are there people breaking businesses? There is a virus that mutates people into zombies, causing more deaths than zombies eat and kill the living. If I'm seeing the undead walking, I'm out of it. I'm not going to break windows or light garbage cans.
These are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella.
If you hear this from a huge company, their true intentions are the opposite. Let's talk about this remake. Compared to the standards of Resident Evil 2 Remake, this isn't even a fraction of what the original Resident Evil 3 valued. Multiple locations from the original Resident Evil 3 weren't implemented into this game. Several plot points weren't implemented into this game. And they did Nemesis so dirty in this game, but we'll get to Nemesis later. I cannot make this video without saying this. I have always despised this new model of Jill Valentine. She looks absolutely nothing like Jill in the first remake, and she sounds nothing like her. Maybe this sin is a little biased, and if so, I'll gladly make this an exception just this time. You can stay there as long as you like. Brad will continue to call Jill like a completely obsessed boyfriend.
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
So it sounds like Brad found himself with Nemesis. If so, how is he still alive? How did he escape? Game doesn't bother to tell us, so I'll get this. Okay, so not only that Joe survived the kick like that, but Nemesis will continuously let Joe escape. There is absolutely no reason why he can't just grab Joe and rip her in two. Nemesis has the strength to pick up a car and throw it like it's a baseball. Imagine what he could do to a human being when Capcom isn't putting the strongest plot armor on that character. Clearly Nemesis is able to break through walls like nothing but a door stops him. How did everything get so chaotic all of a sudden? If you go back 5 minutes, you can see and hear a normal night. You see? He could have just squashed her head. Look at this idiot just standing right in front of a horde of zombies.
Door behind you, go!
This is truly a disappointment. Brad is supposed to be killed by Nemesis because that's what he's made for. This is partially why the game was despised to a high degree. Nemesis, the tyrant specifically made to kill STARS members, will not be doing so.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
How are you gonna say you don't when you know exactly what happens when someone gets bitten by one of these things? Why were there zombies in the elevator? I'm pretty sure zombies don't know how to operate one.
Damn it!
I'm getting some Resident Evil 6 vibe, and I really don't want to be reminded of that travesty. Somehow Jill's spine will remain unharmed and she will prevail with ease. Is Jill really lying down on fire and being burnt? Okay, we're gonna have to talk about Nemesis right now. First of all, the design is disgusting. I don't mean as in gross looking. No, I mean the disrespect Capcom gave to Nemesis. Nemesis is an unstoppable tank, the most iconic tyrant in Resident Evil. Nemesis in this game is a joke, especially when he never completed any of these assignments he was made to do. He killed everybody but a STARS. I mean, look how slow he's walking towards Jill.
Carlos, you didn't even think to ask fine young lady her name? She is an elite operative of RPD, Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Her name is something Valentine.
How do you know her rep but you don't know her name? That's like me knowing what Beyonce does but not her name.
Alright, Super Cop. Here you go. We can use this to stay in contact.
I know what a radio is.
Okay, one, there's a couple sins here. One, Carlos, did you not hear what your boss just told you? You really think you need to explain what a radio is for? Also, Jill, no need to be so nasty to the guy that literally saved your life. For some reason, Mikhail will still be hurt after Carlos is done with the aid spray. It's supposed to heal all wounds, but the plot says otherwise.
Jill? It's me again. You topside yet?
She literally just left 15 seconds ago. You wanna give her a minute? If you look at where these people are running to in a second, you will realize that they pretty much ran to a dead end.
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
Joe is asking Carlos where she should go. The reason this is sin is because she lives here. As far as I'm concerned, Jill should know this area from the back of her head. A giant mutated spider-like creature deep throws Jill and she will be unharmed once all this is over. We don't even get to see the guts bursting out. This is Resident Evil. We as fans have seen the most gruesome things in this franchise. This is one game that shouldn't be censored, especially since it's already rated mature. You know what sucks about Nemesis in this game? He's not random like Mr. X in Resident Evil 2. There will be times where you're nervous and have no idea what he could be. How many times did he scare the soul out of me when I opened the door? In the original, Nemesis didn't just randomly appear in random places, but he opened doors, making it damn near impossible to escape from. This is not only predictable, but a massive step down from what he used to be. Really? We have to use yet another form of enemy from Resident Evil 4? Capcom. Creativity can go a long way if you go back to the drawing boards.
30 to 40 minutes to finish maintenance. Nikolai, how are we doing?
The town's crawling with those freaks. No chance of fighting our way out of the city. Why is she here?
Last time I checked, you did tell her to go back to the subway station.
Go back to the subway station. I don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way. Can't pull the trigger when it counts.
There's a couple of sins here. One, Jill doesn't expose Nikolai for murdering his own comrade when it wasn't confirmed if he was infected or not.
She's unreliable. Can't pull the trigger when it counts.
Hey, take it easy.
Also, Jill stands there taking the heat without defending herself.
She'll get you killed.
Sorry about that. Everyone's a little worked up. Oh, come on. Not again.
It's me he's after.
Hey.
I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Jill! No! Damn it!
Come on, you creepy-ass stalker. You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Why the hell didn't Capcom save this line for the ending? You couldn't even do that. Disappointing. Yes, definitely. You would definitely survive that. And yet again, we have another sewer phase. Resident Evil 1, 2, and this game have to have a damn sewer phase. What's odd is the fact that Jill's clothes won't be dirty after this. Hey Capcom, you want to stay consistent? If Resident Evil 2 takes place after the first half of Resident Evil 3, who placed these wooden boards or construction obstacles? It would make sense if the boards were constructed in Resident Evil 3 since the first half of the story takes place before Resident Evil 2.
No!
Hendo, you're all right.
Yeah, all right's a stretch. Sorry, I got a little jumpy there. Didn't know quite what to expect.
No shit. Look, we're using the subway to get people out of town. You in?
Subway. Well, that's good thinking.
When we get out, there's gonna be a lot to do. We could use a man of your skill set. What's wrong?
Did you not hear that cough? At this point, I don't believe Joe is human. There is absolutely no way she should have survived the rocket at point blank. A rocket is not made to bruise someone. It's made to blow things up. So you just get up like nothing happened, right?
Carlos, I know we didn't get off to a great start, but thanks for the save.
Hey, you saved my ass first.
Actually, she did not. Last time I checked, Carlos was introduced as Save Joe when Nemesis took his sweet time to finish his mission.
How is this fucker not dead yet?
No, they're gone. Come, this way.
Nikolai, what are you doing?
It's not after you.
Nikolai!
Get off my train, shit bird!
Jill will not only survive the impact from the explosion, but she will survive the crash.
Brad, stop! T. Come on, man. Not you too. Sorry.
This was the only time we see a zombie speak in this franchise. That means this was forced, which is also getting counted as a sin. I get this is nightmare mode, but how does a zombie tank so many bullets to the head when one should be enough to do the trick? Is Nemesis actually feeling the burn? If I'm not mistaken, we saw Nemesis having no effect while walking on fire, and when he gets knocked out by a rocket, he'll get back up within a matter of seconds, just like Mr. X. Capcom, what the hell did you guys do to Nemesis? Why did you have to go and make him look like a xenomorph from Alien? This is when the game started going downhill to most old school fans if it wasn't already. Nemesis transforms into a stronger body, and that gate is strong enough to pierce off a limb. When in his normal form, he'll get blasted by grenades, rockets, and bombs, and nothing will happen. Make it make sense, because I can't. You couldn't do that from the beginning? And where did you come from? Last time we saw you, you escaped from the speeding train, which isn't explained at all. For some reason, Nemesis isn't killing you. Now people can say he's only killing stars, but we saw Nemesis killing everybody except for Jill in the train.
Fight it, Joe.
Hey Carlos, maybe you don't know how this works, but you cannot fight a virus when it's already in your system. If that's the case, there wouldn't be a need to make a vaccine. Something about this color seems very off. Capcom, you guys are trying to tell us something, aren't you?
Joe. Thank God you're okay. I've got good news. It's over now. The city's safe.
Come on devs, did you guys think this was going to fool anyone? This game was never even in first person.
Morning, sunshine.
You saved my life.
I sure as shit didn't. That was all Carlos. He carried you here and he treated you himself, crazy bastard.
Where is he?
He went underground. Bard stockpiled the vaccine, enough to give the city some hope.
He thinks he can do this by himself. I'm going after him.
Wait, did you see the broadcast? They're gonna blow the city sky high. I'm trying to get a hold of someone, anyone with the clearance to stop it. Leave this mess to him. He's a professional.
So am I.
Does Tyrell not know that Jill is part of an elite squad? That she is more capable than he is? So I would love to know how Carlos managed to lock himself from the other side with a lock this size. Tyrell couldn't have locked us since he's been trying to contact the government so they won't nuke the city.
How is it no one in the hospital ever noticed all this?
Jill, you're a smart, experienced girl. Maybe Umbrella will take out anyone who sees their secret. You did learn that Umbrella is a horrible company that's filled with corruption.
I must admit, I respect your tenacity. But I'm afraid our games end here.
You think this is over?
And of course, we must get another fake regenerator for the 1000th time. Hey Nemesis, how about you try to kill the person you're made to kill? Wow, look at all these tyrants or mutated creatures. It's not like they're going to break through the glass once the objective is done, right? I know Jill is strong, but is she pulling herself from Nemesis, the tyrant that is capable of going against G? That'll be the equivalent of me pulling back when my leg is chained to an 18-wheeler.
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
Jill, let's go back to the lifeless city that you're trying to save. There is nothing. There is only destruction. What can possibly be saved at this point?
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You print money. I like that. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun!
Nemesis, Capcom owes you an apology. They made you look like whatever that was that came out of my stomach when I got out of the food buffet. I would love to know how Joe was capable of picking up this giant blaster and actually use it. Look, I know that Joe is strong. I mean, she did survive a hit from Lisa and is a stronger person now. But the blast was so powerful that it blew Nemesis' final form into gutted pieces. And if you look at it closer, the blast is so powerful that the ground cracked from the force alone.
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Can you be so corrupted by greed that you will let the world burn? What good will come from that? What will you get with that money if everything is destroyed, everyone is dead?
You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
While starting from nothing will make you regret those words. I know they're trying to make Joe look like a boss, but having a lead is everything to a detective. Don't think for a second that I didn't notice that the sun rose. Your typical Resident Evil ending. Okay, what was that supposed to mean? The worst cliffhanger I've ever seen for sure. Are we getting another Resident Evil game with Jill anytime soon? Well, since Capcom thinks leaving the fans out of the loop for this long is okay.
Go back to the subway station. I don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Oh, fuck, man. Why you just didn't quit, man? We was like family, homie.
I had no choice. I had to do it.